Talk.
Where the past refuses to stay buried. Alex, I've been losing sleep over this one.
Let me guess. More blurry photos and missing people?
A family photo from 1964 that captured something impossible, an entire colony that vanished like smoke, and Alex, I think they're connected.
Here we go.
Picture this, Cumberland, England, 1964. Jim Templeton takes his family to Solway Firth for a nice day out, beautiful weather. His 5-year-old daughter, Elizabeth, picking flowers in a meadow. He snaps what should be an ordinary holiday photo.
Should be, but it wasn't?
When the film gets developed, there's a figure standing directly behind Elizabeth, a tall figure in what looks exactly like a white spacesuit with a helmet. Jim swears nobody else was there that day.
Okay, but that could just be someone in white clothing walking by. Maybe his wife in a light dress, motion blur making it look weird.
That's what I thought too. But Jim's wife was sitting on a blanket the whole time, wearing a bright blue dress. The local police examined the photo, said they couldn't explain it. Even Kodak examined the original negative.
And?
No tampering, no double exposure. The figure is definitely there, but according to everyone present, nobody was standing there when the shutter clicked.
Look, Riley, Kodak's analysis doesn't prove aliens. It just proves the photo wasn't deliberately faked. There are a dozen natural explanations for photographic anomalies in 1964.
But here's what they couldn't explain, the figure's proportions. Professional photographers analyzed the shadow angles and perspective. Based on where Elizabeth was standing, that figure would have to be nearly 7 feet tall.
7 feet? That's unusually tall, but not impossible.
And wearing a completely sealed environmental suit in the middle of a sunny English countryside. In 1964, before anyone outside NASA had access to that technology.
Okay, that's strange, but film can be weird, right? Light reflections, chemical artifacts during development.
Alex, it gets weirder. A few days after the photo hit the newspapers, 2 men in black suits showed up at Jim's house, said they were from the government, wanted to see where the photo was taken.
Men in black? Come on.
They drove Jim out to the exact spot in the meadow, asked him to describe everything he remembered about that day. When Jim couldn't give them the answers they wanted, they just left him there. Had to walk 5 miles home.
That's definitely weird, I'll give you that. But government doesn't automatically mean...
The same week this photo was taken, a Blue Streak missile test at Woomera in Australia had to be aborted. The technicians reported seeing 2 figures in white spacesuits near the launch pad, figures that weren't supposed to be there.
Wait, what?
Same white suits, Alex, same impossible appearance and disappearance, half a world away, same week.
But military bases have all kinds of personnel and protective gear. Could have been their own technicians who wandered into the wrong area.
Except the base commander confirmed all personnel were accounted for during the incident. Every single person with clearance was logged and tracked. These 2 figures just materialized.
That's actually unsettling.
But here's what really keeps me up at night. This isn't the first time people just vanish without explanation.
Oh no. What are you connecting this to?
Roanoke Island, 1587. Sir Walter Raleigh sends 115 English colonists to establish the first permanent settlement in the New World. Men, women, children, they're led by John White, who leaves his own daughter and granddaughter there when he sails back to England for supplies.
Riley, this is 400 years before the Solway Firth photo. What could they possibly...
When White returns in 1590, the entire settlement is gone, not abandoned. Gone. Houses dismantled with precision, belongings carefully buried in specific patterns, no signs of violence, no bodies, no graves.
Okay, but that could just be they relocated or were absorbed into local tribes. People moved around a lot back then.
The only clue White finds is the word Scrodoe carved deep into a wooden post. His daughter Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America, vanished with the rest, along with her infant daughter.
Croatoan was the name of a nearby island, right? So they moved there.
White tried to reach Croatoan Island, but storms kept forcing his ship back. He never made it. And when later expeditions finally got there, nothing. No trace of 115 people.
That's genuinely disturbing, but people disappeared all the time in colonial America. Disease, conflict with natives, starvation, the survival rate was horrible back then.
Alex, archaeologists have found evidence of every other failed colony from that era. Jamestown left bones, artifacts, clear signs of struggle or abandonment. Roanoke left nothing but that single carved word.
What do you mean nothing?
I mean, 115 people produce waste, Alex. Garbage pits, latrines, broken pottery, worn out tools. Modern ground penetrating radar has scanned every inch of that island. It's like they were never there at all.
That's genuinely disturbing, but people disappeared all the time in...
Alex, what if Teon wasn't a place name? What if it was something else entirely?
What do you mean?
What if it was a designation? A code? Think about it. The Solway Firth Spaceman appears the same week as the Australian missile incident. The Roanoke colonists vanish with surgical precision, leaving behind a single cryptic word.
You think the spaceman and the missing colonists are...
Connected? I think something has been taking people for centuries, Alex. And sometimes they slip up. Sometimes a camera catches them in the act.
But that's a massive leap, Riley. You're connecting two completely different time periods based on what? The fact that both involve disappearances?
Not just disappearances, precise disappearances. And here's a detail that convinced me. When Jim Templeton developed that photo, he noticed something else. The grass behind his daughter showed indentations like someone heavy had been standing there, but the indentations were perfectly circular.
Circular?
Like boots that weren't made for walking on Earth, Alex.
That's absolutely terrifying.
The most chilling part, Jim Templeton's daughter Elizabeth, the little girl in the photo, she reported having strange dreams for months afterward. Dreams about walking through a place that wasn't quite Earth, with people who weren't quite human.
Stop. Stop.
What if that figure in the spacesuit wasn't there to observe, Alex? What if it was there to take her and the camera flash scared it off?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but okay, I'm a little worried now. The timing, the government response, the surgical precision of both disappearances,
And we still don't know what Srotoin really means?
or who's wearing those white suits. If you're lying awake tonight, wondering about that word carved into the tree, good. That means you're paying attention.
Leave your theories in the comments, but be careful what you say. Some words have power.
You found us for a reason. Don't lose the thread now. It only gets stranger from here.
Sweet dreams. Try not to think about what might be standing behind you in your next photo.